I want to start off this video by saying a massive sorry to Paul for the way I said things and what I did. What I did to Paul was an asshole move, to put it simple. 100%. I see that. I get on the phone later with Paul in this video, but I want to provide context for this situation. Now, I'm not making this video to try and say, hey, what I did was the right thing. If I had my time again, I would do things differently. What I want to first off explain is I came to this club and I stayed in a house with a group of other people. Now, I stayed there the first night and I decided this wasn't for me. Where I stayed, I got everything given to me. I decided, you know what? I want my own space, so I'm going to use my money and invest to get my own space and make sure that I'm looking after myself and in a correct mental state for my trials. Now, when I arrived to my hotel, my agency said to me, hey, we've got a player, can he stay with you? And I was like, you know what, hey, we'll split the price. It's gonna help him out, it's gonna help me out. Let's do it. To keep it very brief, this was one of the hardest experiences, and I didn't talk about this on the videos because I simply didn't want to. But to provide some sort of clarity to the situation, I feel like I should. So staying with this guy, he was a nice guy. And the problem was I didn't get to bed until 12 a.m. and I was woken up at 2 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. So my sleep was very, very disrupted, man. And I specifically moved out of the other house to have my own space so that this issue didn't happen. I haven't stayed in rooms with people in the past, and this was one of my first experiences with it. And I would say, like, I opened my eyes up and I went, this really is not for me. But I wanted to help him out, so I thought I'd give it a go. Now, when Paul came to me and said, hey man, can I sleep on your floor? Like, you know, just can I have a place to stay? I was like, you know what, like, I'll help the guy out. I'm not super happy about it because of my past experience, but I wanted to do the right thing, which was give him a place to stay. He decided that, you know, the floor was fine for him. He came over and he went, you know what, I'm just gonna sleep in my car, no worries. Is it all right if I leave my stuff in your fridge? You know, come and have a shower, whatever. I said, that's fine, man, whatever you wanna do. I've been working to become a professional footballer for all my life, man. I've documented over 750 days of it. That night was the night's sleep I was getting before probably my biggest opportunity ever at signing a professional contract, which was playing in a trial game with a professional team. I've never done that before. So when I found out the news that we were playing a game, all that I could focus on was my performance the next day. I made sure I ate the right things, and I made sure I really wanted to focus on, I need a good sleep, man. It was the biggest opportunity I've had in front of me. Now, Paul wasn't forced to just sleep in his car. He had the option to go back and sleep in a bed with food if he wanted to back at the house. I didn't do that because I wanted my own space, man. It's not like Paul was left to his own devices and he had nothing. If he wanted to, there was a bed there for him. This does not excuse my behavior. I know I am in the wrong. I completely agree. And as humans, we all make mistakes. I'm not one to make a mistake, say I'm sorry, and then go and make the same mistake over and over again. I want to be a better human, and I want to progress myself, and I want to move on and learn from this experience. So I'm going to force myself out of my comfort zone. Next time an opportunity comes up like that where I have to share a room or share a bed, I'm going to force myself to take up that opportunity and try to help somebody out. I am extremely sorry to Paul. I truly want to progress from this and become a better person. I read every single comment that you guys left. I've really taken a look at myself and I know what I've done wrong. I want to progress from this and I want to learn. Now, I spoke with Paul on the phone. He was completely fine with the situation, but yeah, this is my conversation that I had with Paul before. I want to start off by saying I'm sorry for not offering you the bed.
I didn't even take it that way. I literally didn't take it that way.
How did you take it? Because for me, I felt bad in that moment and I felt bad afterwards as well.
No, I didn't even think about it. Like, I've been in my car before, so it wasn't even like that big deal. Like, my car was better than sleeping on the floor. Like, I was like, oh, I think I'll just stay in my car because I didn't want to be on the floor, you know? So, like, I didn't even, like, the bed in my head wasn't even like it, if I'm being honest.
Right, okay. But I still feel like I definitely should have offered it to you, but I was being selfish in that moment, which was wrong.
It's all good, bro. I didn't even take it like that.
Obviously, the first thing I did was call you this morning and, you know, explain the situation. What was your first initial thought when you started to, you know, read the comments and see what other people thought about the situation?
I thought it was a huge overreaction, to be honest. Like I said, like it wasn't even that big of a deal. Like I wasn't even thinking about sharing the bed. Like I was just as comfortable in my car as I would have been there, so it didn't really matter to me.
At the end of the day, I feel like, well, I don't feel like, I know that I was in the wrong, and in future I want to work to be a better person. So again, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's weird because I'm saying I'm sorry to you, and I know you don't care, but it's like I care.
Yeah, I understand. It's all good though. I literally did not take it for
Okay.
one bit.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
definitely next time if you're in town, bro, I got you. I might even get you a room.
Sounds good to me.
Easy. Well, anything you want to say to the people? Anything you want to put out there?
Nah, man, it was just a big misunderstanding, I think, because like it just like the comments that were given just seemed a bit unnecessary. I think,
Okay.
like kind of blew out of proportion. But nah, man, you're a great guy. I enjoyed the time I was with you.
Yeah, likewise, man. And yeah, I appreciate it. So look, I want to keep in touch with Paul as much as I can, and we're going to hopefully get some updates with you with your future trials or wherever the football world takes you. And I want to keep you as a top guy on this vlogs, as we know you are. So look, we'll hear from Paul sometime soon, but all the best, man, and I'll speak to you soon.
I appreciate it, boss. Thank you.
Laters, have a good one.